Okay, folks, and considering that some other loon has decided to, you know, or YouTube's made some other mistake of this, somebody's abusing copyright again and doing my videos. The difference is I now have a 4K monitor and a graphics card that can do it in 4K, and I'd like to see the guy try and claim this video is mine because, well, I got it on my hard drive, so let's go to court. And, you know, uh, I've spent 3-4 weeks now trying to get somebody from YouTube to talk to me, and finally, Susan Wachowski made some post on Twitter, so I just dropped a freaking bomb there that I'm leaving. Okay, taking all 1,300 videos and taking off. Okay, like this is bullshit, right? You want to, and I looked at guys, and unlike the first claim where they show my video and his video, where obviously they're not even the same video, this time around, it's just right to strike. I don't even get to see the guy's channel where he's this video, no legal recourse. Okay, so how do you know what you've done wrong? You don't. Okay, and that's I'm sorry, but that you in the DMCA you have to tell me what I have done wrong. Okay, and if you can't do that, uh, this is another abuse, right? And I looked the guy's name up then on YouTube, and there's like 50 of the guys. Obvious troll. I mean, it's going from. See, here's the kicker, right? Um, with all this Russian stuff going on, CA or Games Workshop banned all Russians from buying Warhammer games. They also have stopped them from getting games like this, okay, and others, okay. So the DRM that's in it, the game will just stop. So any Russian that's running a video game like this would be pirating it, okay. That's just a step one to enter your brain. Number two, none of these game companies have a problem with me running the intros. So who's the agent that's behind all this then, right? You'd be saying, if and I sent the guy an email today saying if you're an agent of CA game or Microsoft, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, then tell me. Okay, and then I would take the video down, and then I would go to the guys like Legend of Total War and everyone else saying that they're hitting the little guys again. Remember when they were doing this before, and you big guys didn't listen, and then they came after you guys, and then it became an issue. Okay, and Fairtube, which is like a mini YouTube thing, like union thing, has contacted me after I told them about this, and they want me to give them details. And they have a legal team, and they'll give me maybe some legal help, or at least whatever they can do. Now, communicating between German and English, etc., that's hard. So that takes time. All this takes time. And meanwhile, in the meantime, some other moron's going to give me another copyright strike, and there goes my channel, right? So, and to give you an idea, in when the BLM thing was going on in Fortnite, and they tomatoed it, and I did the video, and then suddenly some music came on, and I stopped it after a second or two. They tried to claim on me. So I went to Twitter and found their Twitter, the people that supposedly Sony said owned the music rights, and I made a post saying, look, I stopped it right away, when I realized it, okay? And right below that post was the music artists not being paid for over a year. I showed that to YouTube, and they immediately removed the claim. Okay, that's the kind of guy I am. I mean, if I've done wrong, I rectify it. There was a mistake I made in playing one video game that Epic gave out for free. I played the music by accident. They claimed it, and I removed the music. And you know what the developer did for the next game? He bought the rights so that we could play music online once we bought the game. He said, if you stream it or you make a recorded video, go ahead. And that's the kind of guy I like. Okay. he realized that people are going to make mistakes and it causes all kinds of grief and issues. How can we solve that? Okay, and that's the solution to the music end of it. But this situation, okay, compare the two videos. If it's a game introduction video and they're not the agent of the game company, let it fly. That's the way it should be. Okay? I mean, we had a discussion on Blizzard's forum there where I says, well, there's two ends to this. Okay? This gets solved, or I stop playing Diablo 3 games. And then they removed the post. They didn't like hearing that shit. Okay? You know, hey, you're not going to get many Diablo 4 sales when everybody's getting copy struck for stupid shit by trolls, are you? I mean, there should be a little step up from the companies that are involved in this too. Okay? Hey, leave this guy alone, you know? Like, the thing is, most of these channels too have no subscribers or very few, less than me. And you got to remember, most of the people that I have on as subscribers, I've helped you at some time or another grow to the point where you could be monetized. Okay? Know that this is the kind of shit that they're going to do to you. They get away with it with me, they come to you. And I went to Twitter, and there's all kinds of there are people doing this shit on Twitter apparently recently. So it's a thing. And then YouTube says, well, we got something coming. Yeah, well, yeah, by that time, 50,000 YouTubers have lost their channel. Right? Like, how do we have to form a union? Do we really have to form a big union for all the YouTubers? Because this is where Fairtube actually makes some sense. You know, you're part of a union. They stand up for you. They would give you you pay some dues a little bit, and then you would have legal representation right away. None of this bullshit. I mean, then if you're, see, most of the examples I see of this crap, I can see how they get copy takedown. They've taken bits and pieces of somebody else's shit, and they put it together, and then they wonder why that person is upset when they took some of their stuff. It'd be like someone taking some of my Unreal Engine stuff, and if they didn't ask, use it. And the other thing I will say to all of you out there is something I've discovered too is that it appears on Russian websites. They're embedding all my videos and watching my shit for some reason. That's really interesting. Anyway, my roommates just come home, and now I get to tell them the good news of how I got hit by another copyright troll. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. It gets fucking fun. I told YouTube, you know, the president of YouTube, she made some post on fucking Twitter, and I let her have it. I says, you know what? This is bullshit. I'm done with YouTube. I'm gonna pull all 1,300 of my videos, and I'm gonna go somewhere else. Screw this shit. Right? And you got all kinds of people going, no, don't leave, and all this other shit. Well, why would I put up with the stress of having to worry about when I try to entertain people with some neat stuff that all you can have some fun with, and these pricks are trying to ruin it. Not just their YouTube, but other people. They get just, yeah, you know. And this. So what I'm going to be doing here in 4K is the exact same video, okay, or as close as I can get it, with the intro in it at 4K. Because, number one, no Russians can play these games because the company banned them. Feel butthurt about that. I don't care anymore. Number two, okay, it's fair use as part of the story and immersive ability for the person watching this to enjoy, okay? The third thing to remember, okay, is I have the copy of the video here locally, okay, for all of these. So to say that I stole someone else's video, I welcome court. If I could afford, give me the money for a lawyer who's half decent at copyright, and I'll take you to court. I'm sick of this shit. Okay? Now I sent a nice email to this individual. It may be the same kind of mistake as the last guy, but you see, I didn't get It's the Google translator for Russian doesn't work so well, so the guy sounded like a wingnut when he was talking to me only in Russian. He seems to be able to perfectly understand me, though, in English, which is hilarious. Okay? He's lost a ton of subs over this, too, and so then he starts crying about it. Oh, it wasn't me, it was YouTube. It was a mistake. I saw this thing there, so I sent you the notification. I says, buddy, that's admitting that you're trying to take down my video. Do you understand that? So when I do a counter notice, go ahead, tell them it was a mistake, and then everything's done. I assumed he would do that. And yet, here we are a week later, YouTube is now looking over it and reviewing. You know what I mean? And then I get this guy a couple days, like yesterday or overnight, right? So, now, CA gave me this game during the pandemic because they're being nice to people. So I started the intro, and I was going to get into this, and then the Total War Warhammer 3 came out, Lost Ark, and some other neat things. And the roommate and I got into this, what do you call it, the Warplanes game. And we even tried out the Warship game, some other games. We got busy. And here's the kicker. Even if you gave me another strike and the channel goes away, I still have all my games and enjoyment. It just means I don't get to share it with you. That's the sad part for you guys. It's not me that loses. I'm not even being paid for this shit. Okay? They put ads in my shit and I don't get no money. That's fair, isn't it? I could sit here and bitch for an hour just looking at all the fog going across Europe here. Going, yeah, this is so cool. I spend all my money. I get new graphics card. My roommate's got this 4K monitor I use. Isn't that nice? Hey, give him a hand. Yay! So, I do the Unreal Engine stuff as showing you what game developers are into and what we have access to or can have access to. You're not going to see any Unreal Engine 5 stuff because it requires a $3,000 graphics card. And that's the end of that shit. How many of you have of those kicking around? Oh, only the bestest, richest YouTubers who are too brain dead to know how to use them anyway. Just a minute. I got someone at the door, so I'll pause this video here. Hold on a minute. Just a second.